Welcome to some American-style darting action. This match took place at the Big Dog Dart Tournament in Natalie, Pennsylvania, and it features Eric Hoover taking on Johnny K. Players shoot the cork before the first inning to determine the shooting order. Eric's offering just slightly low. Johnny's is on the mark, so he'll choose, and he decides to send Eric to the line to shoot first. So Johnny will be shooting hammer. Dart number one, inning number one. Scores a point. Wide with dart number two. Give Eric a 3 to start the game. Johnny counters red. Red. Bucket of blood for him. 6-3 after one. Eric counters in the top of the second inning. Red. Red with dart number two. He has a chance to throw a 6 back at him. And he does. So a bucket of blood for Eric in the top of the second. Johnny's response, single. Misses the trip, but catches a red with dart number three. So that gives players 6-3, 3-6, 9-9, tied after two. First dart, inning number three, trip. Into the blue, drop dart number two. So he can find the inning again. 5 points for Eric. Top of the third. Johnny counters. Red. Blue. Trip. Players trade fives in the third. 14-14 after the first stanza. Dart number one in the fourth. Red. Kiss with dart number two. And a trip. 5 points for Eric in the top of the fourth. Johnny counters trip. That's the least 5 of his own. Dart number three drops into the 13th. So players trade fives for 2 innings in a row. Top five, dart number one. Red. Another kiss with dart number two. So that's 2 innings in a row. The middle dart's kissed off the dart that's in the inning, hits the board sideways, falls to the ground. Eric walks away from the top of the fifth with 3 points. Chance for Johnny to catch up, and he nails 3 with his first dart, adds a red. Make it 7 for him. Strong inning. 26-22. Johnny K's taking a 4-point lead. Eric shooting the sixth. Building from left to right. Single. Red. Triple for 6 in the sixth. Johnny K goes red. Single. Drop start number three. So 3 points for him. Still leaves him in the lead 29-28 heading into the final stanza. Still banging a red. Eric has 4 laying after 2. So that's 6 darts in the red in a row. 6 points for him in the seventh. Johnny counters with a single. Give him 4 laying, but misses dart number 3 again. So he drops 2 points in that inning. So the score is now flipped. 34-33. Eric's up by 1. Heading into the eighth, where he shoots yet another red with his first dart. And with his second. And with his third. So it's been nothing but reds for 3 innings. On Eric's side of the line, Johnny comes back. Red, red. Misses high with dart number 3. So that's a pair of 4s after a pair of 6s. That gives Eric a 40-37 lead heading into the ninth. So if he's up by 3, that dart makes it 4. That dart makes it 6. So 44-37. Johnny's looking at 7 to tie 8 to win. Dart number 1 is still possible. On the wrong side of the wire there, he would have needed that trip. On the strength of string of sixes, Eric Hoover is able to walk away from game number 1 with a victory. We are on to game number 2. Johnny will be leading off, taking aim at the 1, hitting 3 points with his first 2 darts, and missing into the blue. So 3 points for him out of the gate. Game number 2, inning number 1. Eric counters with a single. Red, so things are tied. This dart can put him ahead. And it does by a point. Johnny at the top of the second. Trip. Into the blue. Pair trip, 6 points for him. First dart blue for Eric. Second dart red. He hits the trip. We're tied at 9 after 2, just like in game number 1. First dart in the blue for Johnny. Third inning, finds his mark with the trip. Kind of goes up the ladder, gets 5 points out of that. Eric, single with his first dart. Too deep with dart number 2. Doesn't pick up any points. Puts that in the blue, but he does land back on the inning. Give him 3 points for the third. He does have a 2-point deficit. 14-12 after the first stanza. Johnny K ahead and shooting first. Kiss with dart number 2. Perfect red with dart number 1. So we'll see what he gets out of this. Just on the wrong side of the wire. 2 points for him. So that gives Eric a chance to catch up, cut into this lead. First dart misses low. Dropped into the 13, second dart. That hits the red. This dart eats into Johnny K's lead by a point. Up 1 heading into the 5th. Johnny's first dart wide left. Picks up a point with dart number 2. Nails the trip with dart number 3. So he gets 4 points for the inning. Eric's response, first dart trip. Second dart red. Give him 6 points for the inning, and that flip-flops things. He's been down 1 and now is up 1 heading into the 6th. First dart red. Second dart trip, chance for a big inning here. And he doesn't miss. So give him 7 points for the 6th inning. 27-21, Eric holding darts. First dart red. Second dart red. Bucket of blood again. At the end of the first 2 stanzas, nothing has changed. Players are tied. It's 27-27 heading into the final 3 innings, where Johnny goes trip, red, red, giving him back-to-back 7s, 34 for a total. Eric counters with the red. Make that 2 of them. And he adds to his string of 6s that he's been putting up recently. 34-33, Johnny up by 1, starts out by going deep, nailing the board, and walking away with 6 points for the 8th inning. His last 3 innings are 7-7-6, so he's finding the mark. Eric down 7 holding darts. First dart single. Give him 3 for the inning with 1 more dart to come. Hits a red, so it's 40-38. Top of the 9th, first dart trip. Second dart trip. That's all of them. Take a look at that group. You probably have room for 6 more darts in the trip the way he's throwing those. Eric down, the door is closed, shooting just for consistency and average. Red, single. A red, and we are tied at 1 game apiece. That means we will have to shoot the final bully game. Players will shoot the cork before the game to determine the shooting order in the 3rd game of the match. Eric's offering. Just shy of the mark. Johnny comes up to try to top it again. This time plucks Eric's dart and shoots just wide. He'll be leading off. First dart red. Second dart misses the mark. And a trip with dart number 3. 5 points for him to begin the 3rd game of the match. Eric starts with the red. Trip with dart number 2. Plenty of room. He can turn this into a big inning. And a good way to start the game. And that's what he does. 7 points for Eric. 7-5 lead after 1. First dart blue. Red. Back to the blue. 2 points for Johnny K. Top of the 2nd inning. Eric first dart trip. Second dart trip. Misses with dart number 3. Going for the horse. Walks away with 6. First dart into the blue. Back into the red. Back into the blue again. Another 2-point inning for Johnny K. Gives him 9 after 3. Eric looking to add to his lead here. First dart red. Second dart red as well. Bucket of blood for him. He comes out 7-6-6. That gives him 19 after 3. Johnny goes trip, red. A chance to turn this into a big inning. Plucks a dart. You only get credit for the ones that land in the board. That's a nice shot, but it yields no results. 5 points for him in the top of the 4th. Eric, first dart trip. Single. Fills it in for another 6. First dart red, triple, another chance for a big inning. This time he doesn't miss. What a group. 7 points for Johnny K in the top of the 5th. Eric comes up to the line, single. Red, going up the ladder. So that's 4 innings in a row that Eric has posted 6s. First dart trip in the 6th for Johnny. Second dart red. Missed wide right with dart number 3. 5 points for him, 26 points after 6. Bodog has Eric shooting a 6 in this inning as a 2-1 favorite. Going from left to right, he has 3 laying. And the string is broken. Eric puts up 5 in the 6th. He's up 10 going into the final stanza. Trip, trip, trip again. That's all of them. Down 10. Johnny K comes out firing a 9 in the 7th. So Eric is up 1 plus whatever he can score with the following 3 darts. Make it plus 3. First dart's a red. Add 2 more to that. Surprise as he hits a 6 in the bottom of the 7th. That gives him a lead of 7 heading into the final 2 innings. Johnny's 8th is 7 points, so things are tied up again. Eric's lead going into the 9th will equal whatever he makes with these next 3 darts. First dart trip. Second dart trip. Each player has a white horse in the past 2 innings. Puts Eric up 9 heading into the 9th. Johnny needed everything to tie. Comes away with 5. Eric starts the inning with 51. Add 2 to it, 53. 2 darts in hand. 54, 55. Final dart. Putting up one of the best scores of the day, 56 points to him in game number 3 of a match. He will be moving on in the undefeated bracket.